What's up, guys? If you're having problems with your FatShark battery for your goggles, I might have the fix for you. Haven't seen anybody fix this yet, so let's get into it. The way that you know you have the problem is if you plug in, and this is a charged battery pack, and nothing comes on unless you wiggle the wires. Over time, this developed on both of the battery packs, whether it is the USB charged one or the 18650 case. The fix will be almost identical for both, but today we're just going to do the USB one. So this is obviously out of the case. I will show you real quick how to uncase it. Okay, so we got it back together, other than this little rubber grommet and this missing section of insulation here, but for all intents and purposes, it's back together, and I'll show you how to take it apart. First step will be to decase the battery pack itself. Don't start from this, start from this side, the warning side, and don't read the top line there. You're going to want something plastic, like a little screen pry tool remover thing, and you're just going to fit it in and work your way around, and it'll pop off. The first time taking it off, you might need a little bit of pressure. Just be careful not to snap this. Work yourself around, and then once you get just over halfway, you'll be able to unpry. What helped me is to start from the side with the USB and kind of work the tool on this little corner right here. Was able to get that corner off, work my way around, and then off it came. So we have it decased. Our next step is to get the LiPo battery pack out of the case. This is double stickied onto this part of the case on the back or the front, whatever you want to call this. So you will have to use a little bit of coercion to get it out, but be very careful. I strongly recommend not using anything metal or sharp. Try to use something plastic and a little dull, just to kind of work that tape off. It is pretty adhered, so it's going to take a little bit of coercion, like I said. Once you get the tape to release, you just heard it right there, so it's pretty freaking good tape. Once you get it to release, you can take it out, and this board may be a little difficult to get out, but it is not fastened in there, it's just clipped, so you'll be able to lift it out of there. Once you get some room here to make your life easier, there's one screw right here, of which we will take out. Right out of there. And the screw is much longer than I thought it would be. Stick that back into the hole there and place this to the side. Once you get that out of there, you'll be able to work the wires over to this big opening and pull the whole thing out. Like so. And this is where you can find the problem. On the main ground wire, the black one coming out of the insulation, if you pull about 2/3 of the way away from the plug, you will see, oh, actually it's a little closer. It's like an inch off from the battery pack, for me at least. You'll see this stretch. Hopefully that focused. You can see the wire stretching. That's not good. What that means is that the metal has separated inside of the insulated part, and we need to expose bare wire on both sides, twist them, solder them, reheat shrink it or electrical tape it, and I think we should be good to go. So we're just gonna pull it like so, and you see that there's a little wire there, and there's empty space in that hole. So now the fun part will be figuring out how far down we need to go. Alright, so we found wire on both ends now, and this is about how much I had to take off for my particular case. I would say about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of insulation to then expose enough bare wire on both ends that we can twist and solder on. To make it as clean as possible, I will be heat shrinking this, so let me get that. Twist, make sure we got all of our little danglers out of there. Slide or heat shrink. And now the fun part of trying to twist this together while it is kind of under tension. Okay, so now that it's twisted, we will prepare our soldering iron, and we will drop a bead of solder on there, and then we should be good to go. Plug this bad boy in. Where did my solder go? Right in front of my face, where I put it. Wait for this to heat up here. Clean our tip. Make sure it's nice and even here. Get all those little stragglers off of there. Boom. Easy as that. So we got it all soldered. Looks okay for the most part. It's holding and there are no stragglers. That's all I really care about for this, and it's going to be heat shrinked anyway. Now disclaimer, I'm not sure if this is a manufacturing defect type of thing, or if it is a safety feature like a inline fuse type of thing, even though there is no fuse here. I'm not sure if maybe it was connected in a way that if it overamped, it would just disconnect. So proceed at your own risk. I've done this with 2 others in the past and haven't had any issues with them so far. So who knows, but I claim no responsibility for anything that happens. If it's negative. If it's positive, I claim that, but you know how it is. Alright, so we're gonna fit this heat shrink over. And my wire got really hot, so it already shrunk the heat shrink over it. I don't know where my heat gun went in my move, so I'm just gonna use soldering iron for right now. Do this very carefully if you do this. You shouldn't do this. It's not safe. But if you do it very carefully. Basically just touch the ends, get them to shrink a little bit. And you're just barely tapping the ends, like painting it. You can see it start to shrink. Anything else. So as long as it holds over the solder joint, it's fine. All right. So now, when we plug in to the goggles, it should work. We should be able to wiggle this around crazy, woo. Be able to twist it, and as you can see, it is still powering on awesome. So next step would be to put it all back in the case. I'm gonna electrical tape all this, make it look at least a little nice, and then put it back in the case and we're good to go. So I hope that helped you, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this helps you, and check out some of my flight videos. Some of them are kind of cool. Not all of them, but some of them. Yeah, and I might do some more cool stuff and upload it. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. Follow me on Instagram too, @JohnnyBrockin. Thanks, bye.